since we've made a YouTube video. We had break and then a bunch of midterms, so we're back again today to talk about the mistakes we made as freshmen and to talk about what you should know before coming to the University of Florida.
Because there's a lot of things that we think are important for people to know, and yeah, we just made some stupid mistakes.
We made some stupid mistakes that really impacted our freshman year.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with the mistakes that we made. So the first one is that we didn't really ever get out of our dorm. We stayed there, we ate all of our meals there basically, except for the times that I would go to the dining hall. We studied there literally all the time.
Like, we would go to class and come straight home every single day, and then if we had another class later, you'd leave, come right back.
We just didn't really take in all the experiences that were being offered at UF at the time and all the events that we were being held. I think we went to like the housing fair to get free shirts.
Yeah. And we went to like 2 activities our dorm put on, and the rest we didn't do anything.
I think the only other thing we did was go to the museums on our own time and for class and go see plays for our class. So
I would say that staying in our dorm was the biggest mistake we made because we literally didn't do that much.
we had like no experiences freshman year. The one thing we did do in the fall was go to the football games.
Oh, true.
That was about the only thing we did. And we went to 1 basketball game, 1 baseball game, and I think I went to 2 soccer games. You probably went to like 4-ish.
Yeah. There's just a lot more that you can do though, so.
Yeah, there's so much more here that's offered that we just didn't
We were
participate in.
Yeah. Another thing, a big mistake was we did not use the buses because let me tell you, the buses are kind of a little bit confusing until you figure it out, and you need to have someone like kind of show you how to work it, and we didn't really have anyone show us how to work it. There's a couple things that you need to know about riding the buses or it's not going to go smoothly for you. So luckily our dorm, we didn't really have to use the bus that much last year, but this year we had to ride the bus.
Yeah.
And it's been a life changer.
Another thing was the fact that we didn't get out of our dorms. We did all of our homework in our dorms, most of the time in bed. And I'm sure most of you guys know that if you do homework in bed, you're not going to retain the information, you're not going to know what you're learning. It's just going to overall lead to a decline in your educational experience.
Another big mistake was not going to office hours or like free tutoring sessions that like the school puts on. So I learned this, I would say I learned this one the hardest.
Yeah.
Would you say that? Okay.
Yeah.
I had some classes that definitely needed office hours and I definitely didn't go even though I knew I should have. And I didn't start going until like the end of fall, beginning of spring semester. So if you have office hours, go talk to your TA. One, to get like letters of recommendation and build a relationship with them, because you may not think you need the letter of rep now, but let me tell you, you will, and you'll regret not being close with your teachers. And another reason is for the study sessions. Like, most of them are pretty good, and if you go and you really need help, they will sit down with you and help you figure it out and actually learn it. And my grades improved once I started attending.
I would just say once Brianna started really going to these tutoring sessions and office hours, her mental health improved.
I was a little bit less stressed.
The last mistake we made, this isn't really a huge mistake, but it's definitely one that we recommend you guys not making. We brought a lot of clothes that we didn't wear because we thought when we came to college we were gonna dress cute, and that doesn't happen. I literally wear a t-shirt and athletic shorts and tennis shoes every day. I literally never wear different shoes. I wear the same like 8 pairs of shorts, and I have an abundance of t-shirts here so that I'm like always changing in and out. But I have jean shorts here that I never wear. I have tank tops and like nice shirts here that I never wear. Dresses, rompers.
Never get worn.
Never wear them.
She got smart and started taking some home. I, however, still have all of them. For the hopes of one day actually wearing.
The goal is to one day dress cute, but
I will be a cute girl.
it's never happening for me. And now we're moving on to what to know before coming to UF, because there's a lot of things here that coming in as a freshman you won't learn until probably midway through the semester, and it's way better knowing it before you even step foot on a campus.
Attendance may not be mandatory for your classes, but you need to go. Because say like your TA or your teacher's like whatever, like show up if you want to learn, if you don't want to learn, whatever, you need to go, because honestly you're not going to learn the material all the way by yourself. You need someone there to like, even to just take it in and like maybe jot down a couple things just so you hear it once, and then when you study on your own you can remember that something vaguely happened in class at least, because you'll be tempted to skip, especially if you're allowed to skip, but you'll regret it afterwards because you're going to just be cramming everything.
A lot of teachers have online, there's Top Hat, and then
Learning catalytics.
Learning catalytics points that you get for your overall grade, and if you don't go
and answer the question,
those points, that's like 5% of your grade gone. Secondly, you should never procrastinate on your assignments. You might think, oh, I have 2 months to write this paper, but those 2 months go by super quick, and before you know it, it's the day before your assignment's due and you haven't done anything. I know a lot of people who wait until the day before to literally do an assignment. That takes like 15 minutes.
That just stresses yourself out.
Yeah. And quizzes, there's a lot of classes have weekly quizzes, and you should know the deadline for those quizzes because there's no excuse to miss one.
Alright, so another one is that don't take too much on at one time, because you will eventually feel overwhelmed. It's easy to, at the beginning, start like going to clubs, doing all your homework on time and everything, but as more things pile on, it gets way more stressful. So you need to plan things and make sure everything's balanced, like you're exercising, you're having like free time with friends or whatever, and homework time, because if you just try to like shove it all in, it's not gonna be that great for you or your emotions.
A recommendation that I think we both have is to live on campus at least 1 year, because if you don't, you're really missing out on the, not just freshman experience, but just student experience in general, because I can guarantee you 90% of students that go here at least live on campus 1 year.
Yeah.
Probably. And you make friends, and especially freshman year, you don't have to stress about how you're gonna bus from your apartment to campus. You can literally walk to classes if you need to, especially if you're in the Murphy area of campus, because that's so central to the main classes.
Just if you're scared to live in a dorm, because it's like communal or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It may suck for a little bit, but you make friends and it's fun. I personally regret not living in a full communal style dorm.
I feel like communal is a really big bonding experience because of all of the gross situations. You just gotta get over it, you know? Yeah.
So another thing is to make sure you have at least like one set of professional clothes that you can wear for like the career fairs that they have every year at the O'Connell Center, or just like interviews or anything. Like say your teacher or your professor asks you to go with them somewhere to do something. I don't know, you may need to look professional, and it's really easy to just have a pair of like black slack pants and a dress shirt, and then you're set to go for anything that you have to do.
So we live in Florida, and although we're known as the Sunshine State, it rains here quite frequently, and a lot of the time the radar doesn't know it's gonna rain and it'll just start sprinkling. So I would always carry an umbrella or even a rain jacket. You don't always need an umbrella, I mean, especially when it's raining lightly. Or some people just don't really care and just like to get wet, but...
I have a pro tip, actually. On Amazon,
Ooh.
You can buy these like backpack covers that are like $5. I don't know, I don't remember how much it was, but they're just like these little things that you like sling on top of your backpack to protect it from when it's pouring. And I've used that multiple times, and I've been drenched, but everything in my backpack's been safe. Alright, so another one is that, this is just general knowledge, but all sporting events at UF are free except the football games. So the football games are $140 for all 7 home games, so it's like $20 a game. Or you could buy them individually for $20. And we recommend, if you like going to football games, to buy the season like pass, because it's way better of a deal. And if you can't make it to a game, you can easily sell your ticket and make a little bit more than $20 for sure. But then the other sporting games, you just have to show up, show them your ID, they scan it, or they just look at it, whatever, and you're in for good.
Yeah.
So, and going to the games, you can get free t-shirts, free mugs, free pop sockets for those who like pop sockets, free so much.
Just another thing relating to football days, I do not recommend trying to go anywhere if you aren't planning on going to the football games, because traffic sucks. It's so hard to get out of campus or back onto campus, and there's literally no parking on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way you can really go somewhere on game days is if you live off campus.
Yeah, and the buses barely run on football game days.
Yeah.
Another main tip is that if you use a communal style shower, or even like we do it and it's just us two sharing a shower, wear shower shoes, because you don't know who's like stepped in your shower before, what's gone down in your shower. You have no idea what germs are there, and even if you clean it, I don't know, it's just a little sketchy.
You can literally get fungal infections. And who wants that?
Yeah.
Once you get into UF, there's an event called Preview that every student has to attend, and that's where you go, you learn out everything about the freshman experience. You live in a dorm for a night, so even if you're not living even if you're not living on campus that year, you still get to experience
for one
dorm for a night. And also, don't plan on skipping Preview, because you might not think it's important, but that's actually where you register for classes. So if you don't go, you will not be registering for classes for fall.
It'll just be way more complicated, and let me tell you, all the freshman classes will be taken if you wait after Preview because you don't go or something.
Yeah.
So make sure that you come to Preview with an idea of what classes you're taking, because I think I did, but I think I was still confused. And it kind of showed in my schedule. So another important tip is to always make sure you have your UF ID on you, because you use it if you have like Flexbox or swipes or whatever meal plan situation, whatever. You have to swipe it and you'll need it, or sometimes you need it to get on the bus, depending on the numbers and stuff, and she'll talk about it in a second. Especially take it when you have an exam, because you have to show your ID. So I recommend getting I thought it was stupid, these phone pockets, but I just put my ID in it, and it's so easy to just whip it and show my bus driver.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of buses and IDs, at UF, if you are on a bus that has a number of less than 100, you have to show your ID, because those buses go off campus, so anyone can ride them. But if you're on a bus that's over 100, you don't have to show your ID, because they'll just stay on the UF campus. It's just security reasons and everything, and it's really not that big of a deal to show your ID.
Yeah, and also on the bus, pull the cord before you get to your stop.
And the only stop you don't need to pull your cord at is the hub.
And Rawlings.
Oh, and the rights. You don't have to pull it at the rights. If you guys want a part 2, or you have specific questions, comment down below.
And we will answer as well as we can.
Yeah. Alright guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on our next video.
On the BNL vlogs.
Bye!
Bye!
Hey. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, you're not.
Wait, you don't have to pull it at Rawlings? I pulled it at Rawlings. That's fun.
Let me fix my foot. My foot fell asleep. Oh.
So, we wore showers.
We just heard some things sometimes in the bathrooms, and we just weren't quite sure what was safe and what was not safe.
What was going on?
Some of them last and some of them don't. Welcome to class. I didn't pull one time and they didn't let me off the bus.
At the right.
I had to yell at the man to open the doors. You're stupid if you study in bed.
You range from getting first row to being at the top of the stadium where it's really hot and someone throws up.
We've experienced a lot of things there.
Yeah.
Yo no sé para nada.